Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so I'm back again with another quick short pick a card here for you guys, and this is going to be for all the singles out there. So what is coming next in your love life? And I do want to mention that this reading is not going to be focused really on the sexual aspect of that. If you guys are interested in me in doing more of like a sexual focused pick a card along these lines that is for singles, please do comment down below and let me know. But this is going to be more kind of general love situations, maybe just what you need to work on in order to get to a place where you can accept somebody in love-wise as it is. Those kind of messages are what this is going to be really focused on. There might be other messages that come up in this reading and all that. I do want to mention, if you guys are interested in more like longer readings, more pick a card, like more choices as far as piles go, please do consider checking out that link down below to my Patreon, because there's more videos, more content happening over there. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles that we have here. And so for pile 1, we have this particular sticker here, or of course you can choose by the hearts on top of the piles. But we have this particular sticker for pile 1. For pile 2, we have Demon and Moon here. A little bit tricky to see with the light. And for pile 3, we have this little heart angel girl. So definitely take as much time as you need. Meditate on the piles. Use a pendulum if need be. And let's go ahead and jump into your messages. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 here with this particular sticker, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading here. We're going to start off with some tarot and see what it is you guys need to know for the singles out there. What is coming next into your love life? So first up, we have the 7 of Swords. We also have the Star card. We also have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Lovers here. So we have Aquarian and Gemini energy here, so maybe you guys have those particular signs in your natal chart. Maybe there's a few of you who have an earth sign there in your natal chart. But what I'm getting here is definitely, with something like the 7 of Swords, what I'm feeling off that is maybe either for some of you who picked this pile, you have been single for quite a while, or again, this is kind of a message that being single is kind of important right now for you. Like the 7 of Swords, minus what a lot of people think of the traditional meaning of the 7 of Swords. Another way of reading the 7 of Swords is really being your own person, going on your own path, being extremely independent and doing your own thing. And I just saw 111 when I said that. So this is, I feel like, really important. You're learning a lot of lessons by kind of sticking it out on your own, not getting involved in sort of romantic relationships, and just kind of focusing on yourself and what it is that you're trying to manifest for you personally, not so much about connection wise. But with that said, I also get the sense that there's another group of you here who, again, you've been single for a very long time, and it's made you maybe a little bit more pessimistic, a little bit more like, oh, it's never going to happen for me. Well, with that attitude and saying that, like, oh, it's never going to happen for me, or I'm never going to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, well, that's exactly what you're going to get. If you project that and you always constantly say that to yourself, or you comment that or whatnot, that is exactly what you're manifesting for yourself. So especially with the Star being present here with this energy, this is about hope and faith. You have to have hope and faith that there is somebody out there for you. It's just not going to magically drop into your lap. Again, a lot of times, love connections, a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, however you want to label it, comes into your life when you least expect it, when you are focused on yourself and following your own light and your own purpose. Because I mean, we have this silver thread here, and I definitely feel like, you know, that could be symbolic of kind of just your own soul journey, as well as, again, it makes me think of things like the red string of fate. Like in this case, it's a silver string, but it's like that person is connected to the end of the string for you. It's just, it's not going to magically just appear in your bedroom like that. You know, it's going to take time and it's going to take work to get there, and it's going to take making hard choices, because we have the Lovers present here. So I definitely feel like there is a love connection for you guys here in the future, but it may not be just like directly around the corner. It might be more of a slow buildup, especially with something like the King of Pentacles here, because that is slow moving earth energy, but it's serious, it's grounded, and it will stick through the long haul. This might also be the person that you guys are going to be involved with is somebody who is very grounded, very earthy. But again, with the Lovers, it has to do with making hard choices. And the only way to make those choices is by following your heart. And yes, there is a divine love connection coming through here. But again, I feel like for you guys, it might take a little bit of time, a little bit of your own soul searching to get there, a little bit longer. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, look at that. We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Exactly. That's definitely the energy I'm getting here. One message that I'm getting here is also like, this is about you guys getting to know yourself better, getting to know yourself on a deeper level as well. Because the more you understand yourself, you understand what you need, your wants, your worth, as well as, you know, how to love yourself, you can better love and connect with somebody else and find somebody who is worthy of you. I also get the sense that this person, this, you know, future love interest here, they are not the let's just jump into a committed relationship and let me put the ring on you or you put the ring on me kind of thing. Like, no, this person is all about slow and steady. They want to really get to know you. They're going to want to start off as friends. They're going to want to, you know, understand who you are on a very intellectual and personal, practical level. Not so much like, this is not like the hot, fiery passion situation. It will get there, but it takes time with this person. It's all about getting to know this person. So let's see what else. Yeah, look at that. We also have go the distance here. So I definitely feel like if you guys can stick it out and you can be patient and you can, again, just kind of stick to your path here, it's like it will all be worth the wait. If you can go the distance in this situation, and when it comes to keeping faith in your, you know, when it comes to relationships, or if there's relationships out there for you, which there is, it will just be exactly what you want. It will be that, you know, that gold medal at the end of the finish line is what I'm getting here. So getting more specific with this particular card, let's see. So again, this is all about endurance, strength, and the long haul. Yeah, this person is somebody who is in it for the long haul, but they're not going to, again, jump to that without getting to really know you. I also get the sense that they are extremely independent themselves, so that matters to them that you are as well. And they're very free thinking, I'm getting the sense, especially with all this air energy as well. But the relationship message with this go the distance card is you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played, but the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen to your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So I definitely feel like with that, there's also a message there of being very aware of clairaudient messages you get, or again, this person might be very into music, or they might be a musician. That might be something that you guys are into or you're working on, but that maybe that plays a role here, and maybe this meeting or this connection of some sort. So let's go ahead and jump into the next card that we have here. So we have, look at that, we have new love. With embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. Wow. So obviously you guys, you do have new love on the way, but again, it's kind of like we have a lot of the star imagery. So it's kind of like, it's just going to happen in a very divine timed moment, kind of like a comet streaking across the sky. There might be something literally happening astrologically, or where there's something about the stars in the sky, something special happening with that. But I'm also getting the sense here that obviously, you know, this opportunity for new love, it might be sitting right underneath your nose, and it could come through a work situation, or again, something you're doing for your own spiritual growth and your own personal growth here is how this is going to happen. We also have here treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. So again, this is all about worldly connection. And again, we have the star here. So it's like humanitarianism, connection to the world, also reconnecting maybe to your family, to friends, people that you haven't been in contact with for a while, reaching out in connections that are not maybe, because again, there's many different forms of love. So it's like the other people who you love and love you in your life, connecting with them more, making sure that you are giving them adequate time and that they're giving you adequate time. And again, reaching out for connections without the expectation of getting something in return necessarily. Giving just for the thrill and the beauty of giving and not expecting to receive something back is what's coming to mind. We also have here spiritual maturity. Look at that. So really pay attention to your third eye as well. Your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, listening to your intuition. Again, those clairaudient messages might come through. But I feel like, the path that you're on right now is about achieving this spiritual maturity. You guys aren't quite there yet. I especially feel like for this connection, you have to be more spiritually mature. So you need to be, again, working on yourself, working on forging your own path and understanding who it is and who you're meant to be in this life and what it is that is your mission and purpose to give to other people, to give to the world, to give to your community, because those elements are important to this person as well. They're very business minded and they're very serious when it comes to career, and they are very mature and spiritually mature, so that's going to matter to them as well. And so finally, your heart message here is only time will tell. See, divine timing is everything here for you guys, so just keep with it. Again, go the distance, keep on the path that you're on, keep working on yourself and what it is you're doing for career, again, your spiritual maturity, all of that. Keep working at it and don't be so worried about the love situation or relationships, because it will come in its correct timing. And again, don't be pessimistic and don't be throwing out negative thoughts like that. Focus on your connections that you already have in your life and nurture those more, because you never know, because those connections might lead to other new connections. So that is everything that I'm getting here for pile 1. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below, tell me what kind of pick a cards you would like to see next. And of course, if you'd like more pick a cards to watch, more exclusive content, more piles to choose from, all of that is going to be available via my Patreon. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you. All right, for all of you picked pile 2 here with the Demon and Moon sticker. I absolutely love this artist and their characters. It's super cute. So we're going to go ahead and jump into your messages and see what you guys, the singles out there, need to know for your love life. And so first off, we have the Queen of Swords. We also have here the 10 of Wands. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Jesus. All right, so perseverance is everything here. I feel like you guys you probably have had quite the dry spell when it comes to relationships and romance, but you guys have a really good head on your shoulders with that Queen of Swords. You're very analytical, you're very fair. No matter how many hardships you go through life, you will make it out of there. I definitely feel like maybe a lot of you pick this pile, you are going through just overall in your life, you might be going through some difficult times right now, maybe with physical health, maybe it's material based, like wealth, money, your home. Maybe some of you are getting up and you're moving away from things, or again, you're under a lot of stress. I'm also getting a sense of, because maybe others are putting a lot of pressure on you. Maybe it's even that, where it's like, maybe some of you, you're wanting to stay there. Maybe you have a very let me read the word this. You have a very specific vision for how you see yourself romantically, or how you see your romantic connections and the kind of connections you want. But other people around you, they don't agree with that, because that's not traditionally maybe what they believed or what they, how they think of relationships. So maybe they're judging you because of your choices or the kind of relationships that you want to get into. And again, that's putting you under a lot of stress and baggage. The important part here is, again, understanding that it's your life to live. You hold the key to unlocking all the realms and all the doors of your possibilities if you're willing to stand up and pick it up. And again, wield that sword with your own divine truth and authenticity. I feel like some of you need to clear out your space a little bit. You maybe need to do a makeover. Maybe you need to get up and move somewhere else, do something different, go out there and experience a little bit more. Because I feel like you guys, at least some of you pick this path. It's like you know what you want, but I feel like there's a lot of physical roadblocks that are kind of messing with you on that path. And again, it might be in the form of family, friends, coworkers, your physical location or something. But again, you guys have the power to change that for yourself, especially if you feel intuitively called to do that and like logically. There's a very important here of like balancing logic and intuition and your emotions as well. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Oh boy. So we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So yeah, maybe that's another part of it. Is maybe you guys have been really trying to push and struggle to really find relationships. And maybe some of you jump into relationships and they turn out to be not what you wanted. They turn out to be damaging or toxic or something. Or maybe you guys are a little bit, I'm just going to throw it out, maybe a bit of a control freak when it comes to relationships, or maybe that's a part of it. It's like you have this very specific vision and you are not willing to compromise at all with it, which might also be a problem for some of you, where it's like you have to learn how to compromise, and you also have to readjust that assumption of a certain expectation, because you might not always get exactly that expectation. There might be differences in what it is you imagine versus the reality of things like that. But again, it's just important to kind of let go and just go with the flow here. That's the biggest message here, where it's like you guys just need to go with it like the wind. Just blow through and drift with it and see where it takes you, because you never know. Because it's like it can't be any worse than this is what I'm getting. It's like I feel like you guys have already hit that lowest point that you can possibly get at. So it's like, what's the worst that can happen if you take a risk and you take a leap of faith and you just jump and you go for something new? So let's see what else we have. We also have here round and round. So yeah, maybe some of you are kind of notorious for repeating the same pattern over and over again, or the same kind of relationships over and over again, instead of jumping into, again, that element of the unknown. So let's see a little bit deeper into this particular message. So let's see, 25. So the keywords here are the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. See? So obviously you guys have some work to do here when it comes to learning from a pattern. So are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. So I definitely highly encourage you guys to look at two particular placements in your natal chart. One, look at Juno, because Juno has a lot to do, and it can mention past life experiences and kind of relationships. So it's like everything that it's representing, where it is in your natal chart, whatever the opposite of that is, those qualities are kind of what you need to stay away from in this life when it comes to relationships, if that makes sense. The other placement you need to look at is your South Node. Of course, your South and North Node have a lot to do with just your overall destiny, but clearly I feel that there are patterns being replayed there. With the South Node, that's everything that feels, again, familiar. It feels safe. It's easy for you to fall back into. And again, everything in your North Node is out of your comfort zone. It's what you're supposed to be working at this lifetime. Your South Node is everything from the past. And again, it might be representing past cycles that you keep going through in this life because you haven't extended out more. Your South Node might even be in an air sign. I'm just throwing that out there. So next up, we also have here, choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. See, so you guys don't need to always kind of rely or fall back on the same thing that feels safe or, you know, familiar. You can choose to make a better choice or a different choice. You don't have to agree or go in the same direction or the direction that other people deem is correct for you. You have free will and free choice to do what you want, especially if it's coming from your heart and you know it's right for you. Again, don't let anybody else control you, and you don't over control yourself. We also have here life purpose. So again, this has a lot to, and that's funny because I was bringing up the North and the South Node, and that has a lot to do with life purpose kind of things and your destiny in this lifetime. Obviously, there's something here about your love life and your life purpose. There's a role to play within that. And so understanding and going after your life purpose more, and again, maybe taking that journey somewhere else will help you to get out of the funk that you have been in. So let's go ahead and look at your heart messages here. And you guys actually have two. So the first one here is, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So obviously, you know, that let go of control issues, maybe in past relationships, either you've been involved with or you have been the one to be overcritical, over controlling, and trying to nitpick or change another person. And again, that's only led to unhappiness. You both need to just breathe and just allow each other to be who you each are, and respect and love each other for those differences and the similarities. And then the other one we have here is, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Look at that. Regardless of the current circumstances you find yourself in, with that 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, obviously you guys are kind of in a shit situation right now, either just in your romantic life or, again, your overall life. So the biggest thing that I'm getting here when it comes to the future for you guys with your love life, again, you need to let go and you need to breathe a little bit more. You obviously need to focus on getting yourself out of the situation you're in right now, however that's represented. Again, focusing more on your life purpose, what your heart is calling you to do or to go after. And again, make those choices for yourself and learn what pattern it is that you keep repeating. You're not going to find the relationship that you truly want or what's going to be beneficial for you if you don't recognize the past patterns that you've had in previous relationships, or you haven't had previous romantic relationships. Look at other relationships outside of that. Look at friendships, look at work colleagues, look at your family. What repeating patterns do you see there, and where does your role kind of play in that? Are you the one causing the repeated pattern, or are you the one making the choices that are leading to that pattern? You know, I feel like there's a little bit of there's a little bit of both in either case, but it's like, you know, one's more so what you're allowing to affect you. You're making that choice to let it affect you versus you being the one to cause that effect. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. But anyway, that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below. And again, if you have suggestions for future pick-a-cards you would like to see, definitely do leave those as well. And of course, if you would like more pick-a-cards to watch, if you would like more piles to choose from, all that good stuff, it will be available over on my Patreon. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked the third and final pile here with the little heart angel here, if I can get it to focus. There we go. We're going to go ahead and jump into your cards here and see what you guys, the singles, need to know for your love life here. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So, if I can not drop the cards, that would be great. So your first card here, we got the World card. We also have the Knight of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Some earth energy coming through, some fire energy. So what am I getting here? So honestly, the biggest thing I would say, out of all the piles in this particular reading, I feel like you guys are maybe the closest to finding a love connection, because it's definitely going to come at you as well if you're open to that possibility. What I'm getting here is I feel like you guys have worked very hard for the things around you. You've been working a lot on yourself. You've been working a lot maybe on your physical health, your career. You've been saving up. I feel like you guys are really conscious of like saving, and you don't want to overextend. Or again, you know, some of you, maybe this is a message that you need to be working on your health, your body, your career, your life, as well as, you know, making sure that you're not overspending or underspending or anything like that. Like, there is a concern about money, but don't let that keep you caged. Like, I feel like you guys have worked very hard for the things that you have, and now it's like time to kind of splurge a little bit on yourself. You know, finally take that trip that you want to. I definitely feel like there is a big element here of travel. Travel might be very important. Maybe travel to a foreign land. Again, mattering on when you're watching this, be safe. But I'm definitely getting the sense of you guys kind of expanding, experiencing more, going through a personal transformation. You're completing one cycle and beginning a new one. And again, you're finding that work-life balance, and it's really beneficial for you. You're finally finding that groove that works the best for you. Really claiming your overall, you know, definitely, I feel like your feminine energy, regardless of what your sex is, claiming that feminine energy, being very receptive to receiving things and not worrying so much about the outcomes. And because of that, this person's going to come charging in. Again, they might be foreign. They might have a very different cultural background from you. They might be from a different city, a different state, a different country. Again, they're very worldly. They might have traveled a lot themselves, but they're very exciting. They're very creative. They're very passionate. And again, they're going to charge in, and it's like they're going to be stunned by you. They're going to like you a lot, and they're going to let it be known, because again, they're very passionate in that way. So let's see what else we have here. Makes total sense. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Again, regardless of your age, embrace that inner child. Have more fun. Be playful. Be flirty. You know, I feel like that's kind of an energy you guys need. You need to kind of loosen up and come out of that shell that you've worked so hard to make so beautiful, and, you know, finally found your ground and your footing. And now it's time to get back out there and just kind of enjoy and have fun, because you've earned it, is what I'm getting. So we also have here all that glitters, and we have between worlds. So again, I definitely feel like, you know, there's an importance here of, you know, not being too caught up in the material, for sure, and also allowing yourself to transition from one thing to the next easily. So let's go ahead and jump into these. So with card 16 here, with all the glitters, we have the central meanings of a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkling new thing, being mercurial. So again, don't be hiding your authentic self. Make sure that you're showing that. And I feel like maybe at least some of you who picked this pile, you have been working very hard on that. Others of you, you need to work more at it. So the relationship message here is sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. When there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and the glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you. It's important to see beyond the glitter and to look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. And then with between the worlds here with card 3, we have transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. So there is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It's not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. Exactly. Take your time and, again, look beyond the surface of things. You might be surprised because maybe this person who is coming in, or maybe you're already involved with, it's like on a surface level, it's like you're reading them in a certain way, but you're not seeing their deeper essence, perhaps, because maybe you think they're a playboy or a playgirl or something, but it's like there's more essence there. There's more, again, deep-seated passion than you realize. Let's see what else. This is interesting. Look, we have card 3 again with back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Exactly. It's time for you to reconnect to yourself a little bit. And this is like an overall message that was coming up for everybody. And again, reevaluate what you love. What value do you have? What do you value? What do others value about you? Moving through that transition, moving through that doorway, and finding that footing. We also have miracles and blessings. Everything has its gifts, and that's card 13. So again, the number 3 might be very significant for you guys. Maybe the 3 is representing 3 months, the 3rd month of the year, 3 weeks, whatever the 3 is, but it's important. But obviously there's miracles and blessings all around you. Everything has a gift. Everything has a purpose. So again, you have to look deeper sometimes to realize that or to see that. Especially, I'm just getting the sense of like this person seems one way on the outside, but really there's something completely different on the inside. Again, there's unusual things and synchronicities that are going to pop up for you guys. But just go with it. Be playful with it. Don't be so worried. So we also have here the Sacred Woman. So with this particular card here, this is obviously about understanding and celebrating the sacredness of women, femininity. This is also calling out to not be self-sabotaging yourself, being and showing your authentic self, not holding that back at all. And again, understanding. Let me go ahead and I'm actually going to pull out this one because there's certain keywords and stuff here that I'm going to mention. So with this, it's really talking about, the white buffalo calf woman did not play games, make idle threats, or pretend to be something she was not. She did not compromise herself or her integrity for mere physical security or a life that was less than fulfilling. So again, some of you might be concerned about that, especially with something like the 4 of Pentacles here. You might be concerned or might be, sacrificing certain things because you feel like you need that physical security. But you need to really be putting your focus elsewhere because you've already achieved that security for yourself. But anyway, by annihilating the disrespectful warrior, she made it clear to all others that her power was not to be doubted. In modern life, this is played out in the way a woman treats herself and allows herself to be treated. When a woman truly respects herself and acts upon her feelings, men will naturally respect her or leave her alone. When you call white buffalo calf woman into your life, she will help you do away with self-sabotaging behavior and help you to have courage to do what you know you need to do. Again, back to what you love is very, very important for you guys. So regardless of, again, your sex or your gender or whatever, it's like, again, respecting another person's authentic self, again, respecting yourself, not compromising your integrity, and again, not self-sabotaging yourself. So finally, let's go ahead and talk about your heart cards here. You guys got 3. So the first one here is, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So maybe for some of you, you are feeling connecting to this person already via dreams, sensations, again, synchronicity. Next up, we have twin flames. Your passion ignites. So, little word here. So, do not get caught up on this label of twin flames. I personally do not use this term. I do not support this term. And I'm just going to lay that out here, okay? Do your research on where this term comes from. And again, a lot of the stuff that I see people kind of buying in with this label and what, you know, the twin flame connection is supposed to be is really not that healthy. I'm just going to I'm calling this out. So this is why I don't like to use this particular term. What this term is trying to represent is, again, this person is like your mirror. They have very similar qualities, but there's also going to be very strong differences that are going to challenge you. And again, it's going to push you to really show your authentic self, because that matters to this person. Again, this person is very passionate, and they're going to ignite that passion within you. You're going to do that for each other. Again, this is somebody important on your path who is here to teach you something about yourself, is what I'm getting. And then lastly, we have, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So again, if you guys are doubting, if you are having any kind of negative thoughts, that is going to hinder your possibilities and your awakening happening here. You need to remove all negativity, detox, and allow that room for these new things to come in. And again, this new person who's definitely somebody who is going to help you on your spiritual path here as well. And you're going to help them on theirs, because there is a strong connection. But again, whether this connection is going to last your whole life, or again, it's only for a season, don't worry about it. The point is, if you learned something from the connection, and if it mattered, if you grew from it, that is what is important here. So with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below. Definitely do give suggestions of what other pick-a cards you would like to see. And if you like videos with more piles to choose from, longer videos, all that kind of good stuff, definitely do check out the link down below to my Patreon, because there are more pick-a cards to be had there. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.